So if you're looking for a new place to live and you're moving to Alberta, I mean, you might be looking for a new city. Well, maybe you should consider Edmonton as one of your options.
Whoa, Jared. What are two guys who hail from Edmonton's hated rival, Calgary, doing talking about Edmonton?
Well, I mean, they've spoken and they've said that Calgary's getting more expensive. It's harder.
More expensive.
I mean, we've seen prices go up a ton in Calgary. And those of you that watch, you're looking for other affordable places too. I mean, Calgary still is very affordable when we're talking about what the city is like and compared to other cities across Canada. But I mean, Edmonton has a lot going for it.
All right then, let's go check some neighborhoods out.
There is a lot of optimism for Edmonton in 2024. And the reality is there could be huge growth here. I mean, this article that came up at the beginning of 2024 said this: not knowing what the future holds for our immigration numbers, we expect to see our affordability hold in Edmonton, but there always is, depending if our migration numbers exceed what we're expecting and our supply chain can't keep up, we could risk inventory levels falling. And supply is the problem across the country. Calgary's feeling it, so many other places are feeling it, and Edmonton could be feeling it as well. I want to introduce you to an agent that is a partner of ours that is in Edmonton here, and we've got a good question for her because I want her to tell you and tell me, what is the inventory doing, what are sales doing, and what is happening in Edmonton over the last number of years?
Yeah, so definitely in the last month, maybe 2 months, the multiple offers have started to be more prevalent because we also see a lot of communities where the absorption rate is quite slow. Right now, that pickup of sales and those increasing prices due to multiple offers are very specific to like micro locations around Edmonton. Inventory levels felt low at the beginning of the year. Right now, it's like every week, kind of around Wednesday or Thursday, we're injected with a huge amount of new listings. Come like Monday, some of those will be pending depending on what location they're in, but then the rest will sit for a while.
So we get to drive up to Edmonton in a beautiful brand new Defender 110. Now, this is a gorgeous SUV, and we are so lucky to partner with Jaguar Land Rover in Calgary. And the best part is they have a dealership in Edmonton as well. So let's get to Edmonton, let's check out the areas, and let's see what Edmonton is all about. So at the end of Q1 2022, Edmonton had a median price of $386. End of Q1 23, they went to $353,000. They actually dropped. And for end of Q1 2024, they went back to $386. So they're where they are at over the last 2 years. Calgary, on the other hand, went from 501 in end of Q1 202 up to 557 for the benchmark price in Calgary. So there's a lot of growth that's happened in Calgary. It hasn't happened here in Edmonton yet. And what you need to watch for is what type of homes are you going to find? You can find a 2,200 square foot home for under $525,000. And where you can find that is in the first neighborhood that we're going to visit. So Alex, tell us about that neighborhood.
So our first stop today is on the west side of Edmonton in this family-friendly, quiet neighborhood called the Hamptons. Now this community is perfect for those of you that like walking paths and getting out. It's also quick access to all the amenities that you need, such as shopping. And on top of all that, we have 2 elementary schools, one Catholic and one public. Perfect for the family. This community also has one of the top 15 golf courses in Canada called the Blackhawk Golf Club. It really has everything you need. Check it out.
The Hamptons.
The Hamptons, what a great community.
Golfing, so close.
I love golf.
You do love golf. Well, the 90-day median price of the Hamptons for detached properties was actually $510,000. Now that was about 39% of all the sales that happened this last 90 days. Now semi-detached, there are a few, 19% of the sales happen there, and they're about $379,000. Townhouses are going for about $290,000, and condos had 22% of the sales, and they were going for about $181,000.
Pretty diverse community.
I mean, it's the Hamptons.
It's the Hamptons. The population here in Summerside is over 50% families, so there's a ton of kids running around, which is great. You've got lots of shopping and restaurants nearby, and the access to all your main arteries in Edmonton is quite close at hand. This community was developed by Melcor and has a wide variety of housing options, from entry-level homes all the way up to over $1 million homes. It also has some row housing options and future plans for low-rise apartment buildings.
So what does it cost to get into Summerside? Well, over the last 90 days, 57% of all sales were actually detached properties, and they are going for on median price of $555,000. There were some semi-detached properties, and they sold for about $427,200. Townhomes were going for about $291,000, and they were actually 23% of all the sales. And condos, there's some, and they were going for $232,000. So third on our list is Chamberlain. Chamberlain is a beautiful community in northwest part of Edmonton, and it actually resides inside an area called the Palisades. Now, the Palisades includes 6 neighborhoods: Albany, Carleton, Cumberland, Hudson, Oxford, and Pembina. So these are 6 great neighborhoods, but specifically in Cumberland, you can find some amazing family areas and some great properties, all the way from, condos, starter properties, because there's some older areas and newer areas here too. So you can do all of that, all the way up to some great newer detached properties here. Now, like many great neighborhoods in Edmonton, this has great access to shopping, amenities, all the things that you're gonna need. Especially an LRT expansion is planning to come through here from the St. Albert to University. It's gonna run through this area. The planned stop is gonna be at 127th Street and 167th Ave. So if that's important to you, then Cumberland might be a great place for you to consider.
So the numbers for Cumberland are actually really nice and affordable. Your average single-family detached home here sold for a median price of $430,000. You have townhouses that are selling around $315,000 and condos that are about $166,000. All in all, pretty great package for this community.
So if you are looking to move up to a larger home here in Edmonton, well, we've got some great communities, some that are really high priced and some that are pretty average. So where we want to start is this community here called Windermere. Windermere is stunning. It is beautiful. It has massive estates as well as some more affordable properties too. But when you're looking at Windermere, you're going to find out that it's really known for its green spaces, abundant parks, the river valley that you can get down to. So those amenities are incredible. And it's actually made up of a bunch of different areas. So Windermere Ridge, Windermere Estates, North Windermere, Upper Windermere, and Langdale. And all of these areas have their own type of feel. So with varying HOAs, so homeowners associations, you're gonna have different amenities. So for example, Upper Windermere has a beautiful outdoor rink as well as a heated pool that's all kind of secure that you can access. So there's some great things about this community. Now, it doesn't come cheap. Some of these homes are definitely much higher than the average prices in Edmonton, but kind of what you get, and it's wonderful here. So in the description, we have put together a PDF of way more communities than what we're talking about on this video. So if you go in there, you're gonna find 5 communities for the family-friendly neighborhoods. You're gonna find 5 communities for places like this that we are here in Windermere, where there's some wonderful detached properties that you can move up to, but you're also gonna find 5 great communities about condos. So if that's what you're looking for and you're wanting that information, then jump into the description, get the PDF, and hey, let's find out what all of this costs here in Windermere.
So you've already heard a little bit about Windermere, but this community is extremely diverse. Right now, we're standing in a section that soon will be gated. But not only do you have these really high price point homes, we go all the way down into condos. If we look back the last 90 days, the median sale price here for a detached home is $763,000. By far the highest value community we're gonna see today. Then we have semi-detaches coming in at $458,000 for a median price. We have townhouses that are $368,000, and then condos that come in at $182,000. So no matter what you're looking for, whether it's a home on the ridge, a home in the gated community, or a 2-bedroom condo, Windermere has you covered.
So another area that many people are looking to move up into and finding great detached properties is a community called Laurel. And we are here, and this is a fantastic community. It started being built around 2007, and it has a ton of amenities that you can get to, lots of walking paths, ponds, schools. It is a great area for families, and there's a lot of detached properties here. Now, according to the last census, there are a ton of families that live in here. Over 50% of the population has young families, which is a great thing. And so if you're looking for great restaurants and shopping, you can head over to a little complex called Laurel Crossing. And from there, it is very easy to get over to the Anthony Henday. You have the Ring Road, great access. And truth be told, this is a very nature-focused, friendly community that you should consider.
Let's talk some numbers here for Laurel. The median sale price for a detached home here was $537,000 over the last 90 days. The largest home that sold was 2,900 square feet above grade. The average in here is around 2,000. Then we have some semi-detached homes that sold just over $407,000 as a median sale price. Some townhouses that were $347,000 median, and then condos that came in around $189,000. There's lots of options in this great family-friendly community. Our third community in finding great single-family detached homes takes us to the northeast part of Edmonton and the Lake District in a community called Ozerna. Now, Ozerna is a Ukrainian word that means lake area. How fitting that it finds itself in the middle of the Lake District. Also, we've been told that you don't want to argue about sausage and pierogies in Ozerna. 75% of this community is made up of single-family detached homes, and a large majority of the population is actually under 40 years old. So it's a great family community again. You'll find tons of walking paths, a beautiful stormwater pond, and fantastic community layout to minimize traffic. Along with that, there's a central school and park, and a great focus on making this a family-oriented community.
So before I give you all the stats on Ozerna and what things are selling for, I want you to remember, we've got a PDF in the description. You can go down there, get a PDF that has all the information, this community, and actually more communities. We've got about 15 in there that are gonna be really, really helpful if you're looking to buy somewhere in Edmonton. So Ozerna, detached properties, they're going for about $429,900. And that's your median price over the last 90 days. Semi-detached, they're going for about $320,000, and condos for about $130,000. So if you're finding this information helpful, you like this, you want more information about Edmonton, maybe stats versus Calgary, head up to this video here, and we'll see you there.